Hello! A big happy welcome to another Flosstube video here at I Stitch Birds. My name is Laura, or you can say Laura if you want. So just Laura. And I am Finnish, so that's why I pronounce my name the way I do. But I do live in Australia. So, oh my god, this is gonna be the first time I actually did alright with my introduction. Because usually I'm all over the place. You know it, Always all over the place. So for once, hey, there you go. I am in, yes, one of the t-shirts made by my mom. Pretty one, yellow one with hearts. Trying to keep me warm today. I feel like I'm coming to you a little less lost than I was last time, because when I made the last Flosstube, I felt I was so lost with stitching. Because even though I was doing the Giro d'Italia challenge, but then it was like after that I never quite knew what I'm gonna stitch, and just I felt so lost. And I feel like this month stitching has felt better. So I have still been doing challenge stitching, of course not cycling because it's not on, but this is a good time to remind you of Tour de France next month. I mean, I'll be coming back with another Flosstube, I think, before that, but just in case, it starts on July 5th, okay? Tour de France, July 5th, with 185 stitches on the first day. I am very, very excited. I can't wait to go. And oh dear, I'm enjoying challenges a lot at the moment. It's funny that like sometimes I've had longer times when I don't either enjoy them, or I just do so badly at them and then just don't end up enjoying them at all. But I guess it really is like when you figure out how you stitch and God, I lost my thought. Figure out how you stitch and what kind of challenges work for you. Then you just pick those ones, and it's then just fun. But I do want to say though that like if you take part in challenges, if it's not working for you, just stop. Just stop. Don't force yourself to keep going with the challenge if it's not working for you. Just stop, get into some other kind of stitching, and then try again some other time with a different challenge. Because I feel like the challenges are like aids to help you get more stitching done, because it'll get you more focused, because you have to do something daily or whatever the challenge is. So take as much out of it as you can, and yeah, when it doesn't work anymore, chuck it out, move on to something else, whatever happens to be working at that time. And I also wanted to share here a piece of I Stitch Birds wisdom. Challenge wisdom. My top tip. When you're doing a challenge that is a daily one, like the cycling or whatnot, where you have every day you have a certain number of things you need to do. If you fall behind, don't try and catch up. Your first thing to concentrate on is doing, like, if you've missed 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, and now it's Wednesday, the main thing is do those Wednesday stitches so that that day you're done. If you then have time to start catching up on Monday and Tuesday, do it then. But don't try and do it Monday and Tuesday first and then get onto the Wednesday, because that gets a little bit hard. Just make sure you're up to date from that day onwards and then catch up on those missed days. There you go. There is one piece of my challenge wisdom. I hope it helps someone. And if it doesn't help anyone, it helped me. So there you go. So what else? I think I've got myself totally lost now. That's okay though. As usual, we got plenty of videos to watch. Okay, so this month's challenges. I've been doing 2. So there's the focus challenge, where I then post a picture in the challenge every 1,000 stitches that I add. The first video that I show will be about that one. But then the second challenge, because I talked about it in the previous Flosstube, I kind of forgot to sort of do like the introduction on this one, on this video. So the second challenge is a daily one. It's a Uno challenge. So every day there's a call for they do a wheel spin and then put out a call for what you need to work on. So I have 4 whips on that one, and I just forgot to show which ones they were. So whip number 1 is the possum. Whip number 2, Among Black Cats. Then whip number 3, trying to make sure I remember. Whip number 3 is Sweeping Plains. And whip number 4, yes, the great name, The Cock. I promise that's what it's called. Always makes me giggle a bit. Well, say it anyway. So those were the 4 that are in this challenge. So every day I show then afterwards what I've done. I think I showed a couple of them before I started. I don't know. Probably all of them at some point. I don't know. But I wanted to make sure that you see them all now. You're up to date. You're good to watch all the million little videos. There's like 40 again. And look, let's just get on with that, and I'll be back if I need to. So enjoy, happy stitching, and I'll see you soon. Hello, it's the first video for what Flosstube episode it is. It is 52. And today is the 1st of June, and it's time to get all these stitchy challenges going. I am very excited. So, if you remember from the previous video, said I am going to use Garden Door for 2 different challenges this month. First one is Whip Go, of course. This one got called finally. And I am very excited to add the 1,000 stitches to it. The other challenge that this is for is June Focus Challenge at Semi-Sane Stitchers, which is a challenge group on Facebook. And it is very much a just stitch as much as you can, and every 1,000 stitches you take a picture and earn a ticket to a prize draw or something like that. I don't really care too much for the prizes. I just do it just to make progress. Picture every 1,000 stitches is an awful lot for me. I think it's probably better for people who do like full coverage, where you get stuff done maybe a bit quicker. yeah, I'm definitely slow, so I would be happy if I added 2,000 stitches to this month. If I manage 3, that would be amazing. But of course, the first 1,000 stitches will be for both Whip Go and this challenge, so at least I will get that done. Yeah, I don't have high expectations for this. Yeah, I don't stitch for high stitch numbers. So anyway, this is where I'm starting. Gosh, it looks very empty, bleak, because you can't actually see much of anything that is fully stitched so far, other than the greenery up top and bit of the door, bit of the roses and the flower pot. But I so love it that it's all in this area now. I can stitch whatever color I want, whichever symbol I pick, whatever, and it's all here. I can do it in whatever order or where I want to. So I was last stitching this part here. So this is a half stitch done with, well, it asked for 6 strands. I'm doing it with 5 because still the 6 feels like too much. And 5 with the 24 pony black needle has actually been pretty alright, because this fabric is really good Ada, and 14 count as well. So there are still 775 of these half stitches left. So you can see it all over the place. So I'm just going to pick one of those areas, like this last one. I started from here, then went down, and then just did that. But I think I'm gonna go up here, stitch, and then just keep going across, and hopefully get some stitches done. Of course, half stitches count as 2 as 1, but it all needs to be done, so I'm not too bothered about that. Doesn't matter whether I do half or 4 crosses. It all gets counted towards the 1,000 anyway. Well, I'm ready to get going now. And it is almost 11 a.m. and at 2 p.m. the first draw for the other challenge I'm doing gets called. So I'm going to work on this until then swap to whichever whip I need to work on for that other challenge. But I'll be back to show where that starts and what's going on. But yeah, I'm really excited for June stitching. I think it's going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to share an update already. This is like, 2 hours later or something. But look at that. Doesn't that look already so different? So I did 775 the half stitches. I did all the ones in that color and with that 5 strand. Wow, it looks so different already. Like, it feels so much easier now to then count to any other color, and I'm so thrilled. But of course, it's still a long way to get to 1,000 stitches, because this only counts as less than 400. God, it feels so terrible. I feel like I've worked so hard at getting those done. It's like, I wish I was already close to 1,000. But yeah, of course, it takes a while to get 1,000 stitches. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. Anyway, the first call for the Uno challenge finally came. It's whip number 1, which is the possum. So that's the start. Gosh, it looks nice, doesn't it? Looks so pretty with these flowers popping up there and everything. I only need to do 100 stitches on this one, so that's nice and easy. I can most definitely do that. And I've sent Paul to the supermarket because I'm going to do more baking. I did yet again the banana chocolate chip cake yesterday. Ended up doing a delivery again to my stitchy friend Donna. And also my, like, a neighbor that used to live here has moved back, and just met her outside yesterday, and she wanted some cake too. So now when I bake, I have a couple of deliveries I can do, so we don't have to eat all the cake. But today I'm gonna make a lemon lime drizzle cake, because I still have a lot of lemon limes, because I still don't know which ones they are, because they do look like lemons, but they taste like limes. So I'm still confused, but it doesn't really matter when baking with them. It'll still be nice. And I also got ingredients for yet another bake, which will be ginger lime cake with cream cheese frosting. Did I say make? Yeah, lemon lime drizzle cake. That's it. Oh my god! Do you know, guys? I always think I'm saying everything twice now. I just feel so confused because I'm either chatting about these things, or I'm making videos, or, well, I haven't done a live stream for a bit now, but if I'm talking about a live stream, I feel like I totally lose track of what I'm doing and when. So I am so sorry if I keep telling the same things twice. I'm hoping that I will stop doing that sooner or later. Oh dear. Okay, time to start stitching possum. I had this color here, and I think I only have a few stitches on this side of the face. I'm just going to continue just working on the face and see where I get to. Here is Mr. Possum again. So I did the 100 stitches, and that's where I'm going to leave it. I know the challenge says 100 minimum. I think that's what I'm going to do every day, just the minimum amount. Unless I'm just like dying to just stitch a bit more. But yeah, happy to leave it at that, and excited to see what will get called tomorrow. Now I'm going to go back to stitching garden door and pick the next color. I think I'm going to continue with the half stitches, and I'm going to pick another heavy hitter. It's another one that I'm stitching with 5 strands. I think it's the black, so why not do that as well? Get those nasty ones out of the way. So today's call was number 3, which is the sweeping planes. I was just thinking, did I forget to do this start thing of this? If I did, I'm going to put the start picture here. I mean, this is the area I'll work on, so I'm going to put the picture here. And so here is the after 100 stitches. I was working pretty much on the boring areas here, like some of the grey, and I don't know. I don't even know what colors is. They have a different kind of grey, or it's just very boring. But even 100 stitches on this one makes me very happy. So on day 1 and day 2, I worked on my 2 oldest sweeps. Well, okay, I still don't know what order they are, but they are on my list. They're number 1 and 2, so that's pretty good. Yeah, because I've actually missed working on this one. I feel like it's been now good enough break that I'm really happy to work on it again. I think I tried a bit too hard when I was going to use this for the biathlon, because I was making a lot of progress, and I think I probably burned out on this one. So I'm really excited. Like, I'm doing the symbols, so always picking one, going down. I only have one more left, so that'll be the next pick. Well, I did leave the needle, like the thread on needle, so I'll probably continue what color I don't. But anyway, the next color to pick is that one. Oh, and then the next one will actually be this one, because everything else on that column has been done, and then jumping up here and coming down again. So I'm just going to keep going, like following that and adding the colors bit by bit. Any progress will be just so super awesome. Nice, nice, nice. This is feeling good. After the end of last month, not feeling so good stitchy wise, this month feels much better, at least now to start with. So That is great. Whew. Okay, 7:22 a.m. It is June 3rd. A cold morning. I've been up since like 1:32 a.m. Yep, again, just woke up. Couldn't sleep then. But I've been stitching for a couple of hours and I have made it to my Whipco goal. Yeah! And of course, at the same time, the first 1,000 of the challenge in the semi-sane stitches on my focus piece. Look at that. Doesn't it just look amazing? I am absolutely blown away how it has gone from emptiness to this. Wow. That is just so wonderful. So that's 2,000 half stitches that I did. Finished, well, completed a few colors. In half stitches at least. I'm sure they, well then again, they usually like pop up, like it shows both full cross and the thing. So unless different amount of strands, but I am pretty happy. Like that is just amazing. So it's the darker areas that I've been stitching. Oh, it's just so wonderful to stitch from this onwards. But now that I'm almost done with all the half stitches, I have 58 half stitches left on this one. Then it's just cross stitches and back stitching. And those damn lazy daisies that are still coming up. Yeah, I reckon I'll probably slow down once it gets to the full crosses. Even though, I mean, it is still the same amount of stitches for the next 1,000, but just in a different way. Yeah, I'm really excited. Super happy. Woohoo! Just had a shower and we'll be heading out soon. Getting out of the house early. Well, it's very cold and a bit quiet out there. But I have a feeling that when I come back, it's going to be nap time because I'll be so tired. And after that, I'll either work on today's Uno challenge, if it's already past 2 p.m. then, or I will start working on the next Whipco goal, which is the beach. So that will definitely go a lot slower than this did. But I will just slowly start working on those waves, and 1,000 stitches comes together when it does. I am also, of course, very keen now to keep working on this one some more. I might grab, like maybe finish a couple of the smaller number, like the colors that don't have so many stitches left. Get some of those out of the way and then think about what to do after that. But for now, I'm just very happy. Okay, since I made the, well, got to the first Whipco goal, got my 1,000 stitches done, I am now going to get to this one. I mean, the Uno challenge gets called in like 12 minutes, so I figured I'm just going to start filling it up little by little, start getting these stitches together, because 1,000 stitches of waves still feels like an awful lot. But I like it that I can just put something to play on iPad and just stitch away. I don't have to worry about anything there other than just filling these waves. So here we go, the starting point. All right, there we go. Today's Uno call, and it was skip. So yesterday I worked on whip number 3, so I skipped number 4, went to number 1, which was Mr. Possum. And because it wasn't a number card, it was 200 stitches. So his face is fully cross-stitched now. And I did the back stitching, on the ears, then did some here on the leaf and some on the flower. They're back stitching on this one is very simple. There will be some whiskers, but they are more like long stitches, so I'm not going to do those until the end because they always don't sit so happily when, you know. So I am pretty happy with that. Wow, the top part of possum, like the top half of the possum, is now done. Wow, that is great. I just looked at, I will be needing some back stitching along here and here. But I think when this next gets caught, I'm going to be working up here. I may even move it on the Q-snap so I get this bit a little bit lower because I don't know, I feel like it was my shoulders or my arms start aching when I'm having to stitch high up on the Q-snap. So there's one gum leaf coming from here going this way. Then there's one flower and another leaf here. So that's my next thing to work on. And then it'll be time to move the fabric. Well, move the Q-snap, whichever way you want to say it. Wow, that is very cool. So happy to be making some progress. And it looks like these small, like 100 or 200 stitch ones are what I was really needing on this one, because I was getting a bit sick of these greys here, because there was a bit browny greys, and I don't know. Anyway, I was getting a bit sick of them, so glad to have finished the face. Wow, that is just so exciting. It really is so exciting. So I think I'm now going to put this aside, because I already posted a picture in the challenge, because you always have to do the start and the finished picture. Let me just quickly see what percentage am I at on this one. It is now 54.04% done. Wow, very, very exciting. Still has over 7,000 stitches altogether though. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm just going to get back to the waves now. I think I did like 100 stitches, so I've kind of started with that, so I feel really, really good about that too. I feel like I'd love to be working on the garden door, but I do want the whip go goal. Like, I do want to make some progress on the waves daily. Then I can work some more on the garden door again. Yes, it is Stitching in the Wild. Episode, who knows what. I have... Oh, look at that floor. Oh, how dirty. How terrible to show it. I got my iPad ready. I'm going to play podcast. I got my next piece of thread there, scissors. This is how it's looking here in the surroundings. Waiting for Mr. iStitch Bird has gone for an appointment. And look at that. I decided to work on this today because I really want to fill those waves, and it is mind-numbingly boring. But the good thing is that it has been great just watching some TV shows, because I don't have to follow a pattern or anything. I just keep filling what's left there. So I was binge watching Cold Justice episodes because I have fallen way behind. Like, it's been like a couple of years. I've barely watched it, so I decided to get back to watching that and keep stitching this. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get that podcast on and get at least a bit of stitching done. Yeah, we'll see where I get to. My goal today is get to the point where I have 500 stitches left to do, like to get to my whip go goal. So I need still about 100. It is yet another afternoon of the Uno challenge. Today we again got the card skip. So it was going back to sweeping plains because skipping from possum and skipping the next one, then it was sweeping plains. So 200 stitches on this one today. And as I already explained, I'm just going down, down, down. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. I have 4 columns now fully done. That is very exciting. I was just looking to the next one, like, I mean, it's almost done because I've already done the crosses like this way. So I just need to go back up. Then I have another one done. Very exciting. So, I must say that, it has been pretty tedious to work on this one. But I just keep going. I've been watching lovely Sherry from Hecato's Needle because I am very behind with her videos. I have like 6, 7, I think 7 to watch. Oh my god. So I mean, I'm so behind with everything. Definitely with Flosstube. Everyone's Flosstube. So behind with emails, so behind with comments, everything. But I'm gonna get there little by little. So very exciting to start getting some full coverage now at the edge. God, it'll be so nice when I start getting these fence posts done as well. Yeah, 200 stitches. So this is now at 34.5%, which is great. There's so much left to do. And what I don't understand is that my stitches just look ugly all the time on this one. I don't know if it's that they are like it's like an older kit and the threads somehow just aren't happy, or they just don't like me. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but there is some sort of problem. But still, when you look from further away, it is perfectly fine. They all look nice and smooth. The colors are lovely. So now I'm like, what am I going to stitch? Oh, I think I'm going to show you. Not that, because you've already seen that. But I could show where I got that one too while I was stitching in the wild. So I got a little bit more done. So I'm sort of thinking now, like, whether to get back to watching Cold Justice and just keep going at this. I also still need to finish that retreat gift, like the Smalls Exchange thing. I haven't touched that at all for a bit. I don't know. I might actually get that one out and work on it a bit, because I've done quite a lot of this one today and yesterday. So I think I don't have to feel then guilty if I don't work on it today anymore, because I really would like the other one finished. Then I can also use the small Q-snap for other things when they get called in the Uno challenge. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it right now. So it is now Thursday, June 5th, 2:30 in the afternoon, and at 2 o'clock I always get the Uno call, because that's, I guess it's midnight in New York, or where, whatever time they're on. I don't know. Anyway, today's call, well, obviously I'm working on the possum, but the call was Uno. So that means that I have to put 100 stitches on each of the 4 whips. I mean, you don't have to, but you can. So I am definitely going to do that. I took the morning off from stitching. I was feeling very tired. Did not feel like doing that at all. So when I got up, though, I had a shower, been out, got yet another Costco chicken because, like I say, they're delicious. And came home, and yeah, that's when the call was posted for the day. And I've just posted these starting pictures. So I'm just gonna get going with the possum. Already started doing the first stitches there because I'm going for the gum leaf now. He's so cute. And then remembered I'd better film that I'm starting with this one. So I'll see you in 100 stitches, and I'll show you then at the same time the start of the next one. Whip number 2. Okay, here I am back with the possum, and that is what 100 stitches look like. So I got nicely started with the leaf. It was really nice to stitch with the greens, and gosh, it went so quickly. Took hardly any time at all to do the 100. So number 2, week number 2 is this one, Among Black Cats. Haven't even looked at what part I will stitch next. I'm wondering whether to go for this one or just keep going here with the white. I mean, they're both white anyway. I think I'll just go here because I have this. I don't know why I have left this little bit here, so I'll finish that and just keep going with the white. Might as well just keep moving that way. Because I think I've done everything else. Like any other color already here. Okay, so nice to make progress with this one as well for a change. It's been a little while. Righto, I'll be back again soon. And part 2 of the Uno day is done. Such exciting white on white. Did a couple of columns, I don't know, 3 columns or something. 4, I don't know, something like that. Can't really tell. It's just white on white, so that's it. But it's again a little bit of progress on this one. I hope that during the month it will keep getting called regularly so that I can always keep adding that 100 stitches and little by little finally get it finished. Gosh, it really is looking promising. Like for me to get some finishes like sooner or later. That I feel like some of these difficult whips that I have been working on, they're slowly getting close to the finish line. It will be very exciting when the finishes start rolling in. My gosh, I will be so happy. Anyway, this one is done. Number 3 is Sweeping Plains. Of course, you already saw it yesterday in yesterday's clip where I finished. Oh, next I need to do those stitches. I wonder why. Okay, yep, all good. So I'm just gonna go with this utterly boring color first and then come back and get this yellowy green to finish that bit off, and hopefully, oh yeah, I have it elsewhere as well. Oh, it's like little by little. And my friend Amy was asking me last night that do these sunflowers get backstitching, and I checked that they actually do get quite a bit of backstitching. Gosh, can't wait to get like everything around them stitched so I can actually get to the backstitching. That'll be so good. Let's show a bit of that bright blue sky. Okay, better get on to this 100 stitches coming up. Alright, a little bit of a change of location here. Oh, look at some of my mum's woolly socks because they're so pretty. I love the ones I'm wearing at the moment. These are so lovely. I love this thread or this yarn. They are so lovely to wear. Anyway, I just talked with my mum twice, so I just happened to have you next to my mum's socks because I had to change location for the filming because Mr. I Stitch Bird is having his Finnish lesson at the moment, so I didn't want to film him talking there in the background. So here's how Sweeping Plains is looking right now. God, all of a sudden, like that is looking better. And I think this area here is now completely done. Woohoo! I am so happy about that. So next I'll do the 100 stitches on this one. Wow, it really has been a while since I worked on this guy. Sorry. Oh, I'm so awkwardly bending over to film. Okay, this is better. Yeah, so I don't really even know where I'm going to start, like doing the 100 stitches. I'm wondering if I'll just go to the left, like where the beak is, and just look there, like above. I don't know. I feel like continuing with the head. That just feels like the way to go. Oh my god. Listen to me, blah 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 blah. That it would be nice to get that head fully done and then go for the rest of it. Who knows? I always make these plans and talk to you about it, and this is what I'm gonna do, and then I stop filming and all of a sudden I'm stitching something totally different. But I guess with this one I didn't look at the picture enough, so I don't have any idea. Okay, but I'll stop here and get on to this. I think I'll have a little tea break and then get my 100 stitches done on this one. This is really fun today. I'm really enjoying this. And here's the last video for tonight. So I did 100 stitches also on this one, Mr. Rooster. Oh, so nice. This is like, it's nice to start getting like the fuller coverage up there. So I'm really excited about that. That was actually much more fun than I expected. So I am really looking forward to this one getting called again as well. I think that of the 4 whips that I have for this challenge, I think Sweeping Plains is my least favorite. Because, I don't know, it just feels like a bit of a struggle. Also, the threads just don't feel as nice as other ones, I think, because it's a bit older. But yeah, then yeah, least favorite. Yeah, is it Sweeping Plain actually, or I'm among Black Cats just for how monotonous it is. But on the other hand, like 100 stitches is pretty quick to do. So anyway, I don't mind whichever I get called each day. I'm just gonna add the 100 or 200 stitches on whatever gets called. But yeah, this one nice to welcome it back to the stitching. Okay, what day is it? It's a Friday, 6th of June, 7:30 a.m. And guess what? Yes, that is right. I have finished the whole damn water. I can't believe it. Look at that. And with that, I have finished my WIPCO goals, achieved both of them for June, so I am very happy about that as well. Actually, there only ended up being like 20 stitches left after I did the 1,000 for WIPCO, so of course I just finished it. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Yeah. Gosh, the whole water's done. But this whip is now going to its project bag and on an extended holiday because I do not want to work on it for a little bit. It will definitely come back for La Vuelta in September. I don't know if I'll work on it before that. My goal was just to get the water done before La Vuelta, and that's done now. So I am keen to work on something else for a change. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I am so happy. Yes. Well, So there we go. Today, Friday the 6th. And I was so happy that this one got called again. I mean, I was just saying that, you know, I'll be happy for this to get called as many times as possible so that I can add to it. And so I added 100 and some stitches. I didn't look. Okay, I'm curious now. I don't think it was that many. Oh, 120. Oh, damn. So, this area here, it has even more good coverage. There's just a few stitches missing there. And then I'll be moving on here. Added a couple of stitches to the eye as well, because I really wanted to do the eye. But it has like 6 different colors, like 1 or 2 stitches each. I was like, yeah, I don't think so, because I was trying to get the 100 done. It's like, yeah, I'll add every time like another color there or something. It's looking really good. I thought about just staying with this one, stitching it some more, but I think I will move on to Garden Dog because it hasn't been touched for a couple of days while I was working on the water. Tomorrow would be the monthly stitching meetup, but I think I'm not gonna go this time. I haven't felt the greatest this week, and I hope I'm not getting ill or anything. But yeah, I think I just feel like I need to stay home this time. Then go again in July. I'm hoping to do some stitching tomorrow anyway, and we'll see. But yeah, I'm so happy that this one is getting some progress now. Okay, hello from Saturday, 7th of June. And it got called again. I can't believe it. I was so happy though. Really so exciting to see it growing now. Like all of this is now like fully. And there's some purples coming up now there, and then they continue here. So I just keep working the thread there. But yeah, it's certainly a lot of color changes because there aren't so many of the stitches in one color sort of in that area. Then they would be like further down here and whatnot. So, but yeah, so fun to work on this one. I really do enjoy it. And the 100 stitches gets done so quickly. But I have other stitching news as well to share. Of course, this is a bit... last night, I just wanted to watch TV. So I was working on this one. And all the white is now done. Yay! Because yesterday I finished like an area, this area here. And this morning or last night? This morning I finished this area here. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy all the white on white is done. So now I've been doing the black. So I'm moving here. The black just goes all the way here. And doesn't go even lower than that. So not much of that left. But then I have this awful block of grey. So that will not be so much fun, but is block stitching ever fun? So I will just work on that slowly as I have the other colors and hopefully get it done. And then it's just back stitching left to do. I mean, it does have a fair bit of back stitching, and yeah, that'll be of course a lot more fun than the block stitching. Okay, but now that I got my 100 stitches done on that, I am going to try and do some baking. Let's hope that it'll be a success. Okay, so I promised that I'm going to show some baking that I do. So I had this book out today, Ease Means by Rachel Allen. This is actually the book where I use that has the pear crumble recipe that I like to use. Oh my gosh, everywhere is a bit of a mess here at the moment because of course I've been in the kitchen. So I made ginger squares with lime frosting, since I still have a bunch of the mystery lemon limes that my friend has brought for me. And here is the end result. with really delicious cream cheese icing. Of course, Mr. iStitch Bird doesn't like cream cheese, but I'm convinced that he'll like this icing because it's very citrusy, and he does like that. So it's like a thin sort of gingery sponge base, and then the icing on top. I can't wait to try this one. Okay, today it's June the 8th. Yes, Sunday. All confused. Today's call for Orna Challenge was reverse, so it went from whip 4 to whip 3, and it was 200 stitches. So it was time to get out sweeping planes, and as the plan has was moving from left to right. First fence post is almost done. Very excited. So I was pretty much working on this one and this one, because of course they both have the same colors, so I could always finish the thread in there. So next time when I get this out, I'm gonna finish these last stitches of that and maybe even get to backstitch it. Wow, wouldn't that be exciting? But it really is so nice to see the progress now. I guess because the areas that are left sort of in here, they are not huge, so get to like properly see something happening, even with like just 100 stitches, and today was 200, so really happy about that. yeah, this is my winter look, winter fashion, stitching winter fashion. This is it. I am so sick of winter already. Can I just tell you that? I'll just share it as it is, you know. I'm so sick of this winter. It is cold. I feel so cold. I know you look at temperatures here in Melbourne and you think, well, that's not cold. But the houses are so cold here, it drives me crazy. I so miss Finnish houses. I miss bathroom floor heating. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, how I miss it. Oh. I miss having a sauna in the house. Oh. Oh. I miss that. All those things made always winter bearable. I mean, like triple windows. Here we have one bit of glass there. It doesn't keep the cold out, and in summer it doesn't keep the heat out either. Oh, I'm so envious as we have some new neighbors, and they changed their windows to double glazed. Oh, they're like lucky puddings. But when you're renting, you can't change. Yes, I mean under my quilt as well. This is how I'm stitching in winter. Oh my gosh. Just too cold. And constant cups of tea. Another Marimekko mug. I love my Marimekko mugs. I don't know. I just thought I'd just chat a bit. Not that I have much to say, because yeah, this week has been a difficult one. Like, I have just felt so lost. Super tired. I haven't had like a clear head at all. Last night, it really was nice to have a clear head for a change. I have slept enough last night and a morning nap that tonight shouldn't be too bad. But I think that it being cold all the time really makes me just want to retreat to bed. Because it's so comfortable in there. It's warm and I'm comfortable and I get to stretch out and it's just so lovely. But I'm trying to stitch. So You know, I'll be working on the Amongst Black Cats. I'm trying to finish it. I don't have that much left to do. Look at that. That is not a big strip anymore. I was working on this morning and then I left it just in case if this one gets called for the Uno. Even though, Mr. Ice Stitch Bird said that I should pronounce it Uno. But in Finland it's Uno. So I'm going to say it like that. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. But so, it's Uno. That's what I'm saying now. So, yeah, I thought that just in case, if this gets called today for the Uno challenge, that then I have still something left to stitch. It didn't get called. So, I'm thinking maybe tonight I'll just make some more progress. Do you know that this is actually one project where I'm dreading the backstitching though? Just because this one here is full of stripes. And they're not the kind of stripes where you can do them in several bits. They're more like a long stitch. I don't like that. I hate it when they're sort of, I don't know, they're like, feel so loose to me. Like, just not, yeah, uncomfortable. It's not quite right, but where's the pen? Like, here you can see that. I mean, look at this. They're just all over the place. I don't know how I'm gonna stitch these. Do I do like a really long one there? Do I couch it down at any point? Because it doesn't really go, it doesn't like go nicely to meet one of the corners of a stitch. And then the bottom ones, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So even my favorite thing is not so fun. But these leaves, they will be a lot more fun to do. So I reckon I'll probably do those first. Leave these stripy things for last. And just think about and do. Oh my gosh. My balding head looks, my hair pushes, the hoodie pushes it down even more. I look even more close to having a bald head. That's not so good. I haven't bought any patterns. Nothing at all. And I don't need to. It's not like I just go buy them just because. If I see one, then I'll buy it. That's how I'm happy with. But gosh, I really can't wait for life to get better. Oh my god, I so badly want it. I so badly want it. And you know what I want as well? To eat better again. I feel like the last month I've been eating so badly. And despite like me being big, you know, I don't eat like terribly. When you get to this side of the problem is that you're already so big that you don't, it's not like I don't know, eating like 5 KFC burgers or something. You know, I can't eat that much, good lord. But yeah, just not eating well. I think a bit too stressed and yeah, not feeling quite right. I think that's why I also haven't done the live streams, because I just not feeling quite right. But I think I just should have one of those because they do make me feel better. But on the other hand, I'm like the only one who talks, of course. So I kind of need to be a little bit on. Because otherwise, well, why would you stitch with me there? But probably overthinking it, as usual. Anything else to share? You have anything else to share? Do you have anything to share with me while we're chatting here? And I'm feeling so bad that I'm so behind with messaging. Oh gosh, I don't know why it's so difficult for me, because I love receiving messages. I love hearing from people. I really do. Like, I find it always amazing when somebody takes some time to write to me. Like, it's wonderful. And I always feel so bad that it takes absolutely forever for me to write back. The problem is just in my head. Like, there's some sort of struggle there. And I can't quite figure it out what the problem is, but I'll try and work on it. I'll try and work on it because I really would like to keep in touch more. Because you guys are so lovely. Really are just so lovely. I'm so glad that you found me. Yeah. I think of like YouTube, and there's like a zillion Flosstubes. It's amazing that you guys found me. It's just amazing. And you stayed. Gosh, that's even more amazing. Well, every now and then it comes up like it's been here from the start, and it is just mind-blowing that you're still commenting on my videos, and just absolutely amazing. I'm forever grateful. Just looking at myself and then, hold on. Maybe I need to consider getting a wig. I don't know. They're so expensive though. Like, I don't know if I'm not exactly one who looks like, don't exactly look after myself a lot, you know, to make myself look nice. I think that's why I always wonder, like, if I lose all my hair and if I would get a wig, like, would that mean that I would really need to, I don't know, make a huge effort otherwise? That would it just look otherwise weird? But it's, you know, they look really nice on some people though. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. It's not current now. I'm not going to buy one now. Oh dear. Okay. I think that's all I have to say. I don't have anything else to share. I already showed you my stitching, and maybe I don't need to do a live stream. Maybe I just need to chat. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe, because I keep waking up in the middle of the night, maybe that's when I need to do it. Maybe time-wise that works, like, worldwide. Okay, it wouldn't work for Australians. It wouldn't work for everybody else. Well, I try different times. Okay, I'm gonna get some grey on the needle and just start working on that. I have how many? 1, 2. I have 4.5 columns. Whoa, 4.5 columns, but they're long ones, but still, that's not a lot. I am so close to getting another finish. But let's not celebrate yet, because the backstitching might take a while. So anyway, I'm gonna get to it, and I'll talk to you again soon. So here we are, Among Black Cats, M70025 by RTO, and it is finished. The whole thing is finally finished. Let's see if I can show high enough. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, do I still need to? I can't even see it anymore. I can't believe it's finished. Oh my gosh. All the damn block stitching that was driving me crazy. I've really felt so many times that I would never ever finish this. But I so badly wanted to. Because, you know, it was a really lovely gift and I do love it. Like, the end result is fantastic. Love the way the bed looks. I love the cat. I think it just looks really good. Now, oh my goodness, there was plenty of backstitching to finish it with. Oh, these stripes. Like, you can't even see them properly on the camera, but oh gosh, they were driving me crazy. Let's see. Oh, now you can see them. Oh my goodness. There was so much counting there. And oh, but I really like all these leaves. And it just looks really, really good. That cat is so funny. And I used 2 petite beads that I'd left over from a Mill Hill kit for the eye, so that I didn't have to start trying to do French knots, because I mean, nobody wants to do French knots. Well, I certainly don't. So there we go. Only 91 whips left to finish. But it's a start. Yeah, I am very, very happy about this one. And yeah, on to the next one, because I need to replace this one now for the Uno challenge. Oh, I really am so happy. Anyway, I'll be back soon. Oh, and I forgot to show, because I like to show what the leftovers are from a kit. Like, this was the Among Black Cats. Look how much there is still left. Unbelievable. The RTO is just so generous with the threads they put in the kit. Tons of threads left. Like, I feel like I could easily stitch that same thing again. Wow, it's amazing. Like, there's a bunch of white that I didn't even start using. God, I'm definitely going to keep the white and black on this one, I reckon. And maybe even some of the grey. Because usually I just get rid of the leftover threads that I have, because I just can't be bothered trying to find the colours to put them in the bobbins. But I think these ones might be easy enough to find, because I mean, I do have the DMC book. But yeah, so much left. So, I'm back announcing the new Whipper number 2 for the Uno challenge. So, if you remember the Among Black Cats, I received that kit from my wonderful friend Amy, like a few years ago, when we first met at the retreat. And so last night, when I was finishing the kit, I was showing it to her and sort of wondering about what I will work on next for the Uno. And she gave me 3 suggestions. She said, pick Dreaming Girl, Eat Your Greens, or Plant a Garden. And I thought, well, yeah, they're actually pretty good suggestions, because they all really need to be worked on. And I said, well, I'm going to look at my whip list, and whichever is like closest to the top, as in the oldest, that's the one I'm going to pick. And as it happens, Plant a Garden is the next one that will be whip number 2 in the challenge. I think it's really good, because I mean, you guys know how much I've struggled with this one as well. I like it so much. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Look at these colors and the backstitching. It's absolutely amazing. But my goodness, how much I struggled to stitch it. So I think that having it for this challenge, because I will need to do 100 stitches or 200. So it's never going to be a huge amount. that I think that'll really help me make some progress on this one. I don't know which direction I will go though, because I tried to start stitching this bottom bit and oh, that was tough. That was really tough. I feel like maybe if I need to do 200 stitches, I could do like the full cross part of that. Because it's the same color, it's like half cross or full cross. So could do that just to get a lot done, but I don't know. I don't know whether to start going up, because I've done this leaf, but then nothing to the top. Or whether to start going this way. Maybe do this flower and the leaves, and then it'll be easier to come down from there. Like a little bit struggling to find my path with this one. However, I'm looking forward to working on it. I really would love to make some significant progress, and who knows, maybe it'll happen like with the Among Black Cats, and I'll get started and somehow find my groove and go stitching crazy with this one. Because you never know. Never know when it happens. It's so weird. Okay, I'm going to take a bit of time to decide, which part to start stitching so that I can put it on the Q-snap. And it'll be ready for whenever this one gets called. Hello again. So, it is Monday, 9th of June. Almost quarter to midnight. And I can't sleep, so maybe you can keep me company for a little bit. Oh dear. Yeah, that would be a sign that, maybe I should sleep, but no. Problem is that I was watching some TV a bit earlier and started getting so tired and fell asleep for a couple of hours. Then my green shed. And when I woke up and went to bed, I couldn't get comfy anymore. And it's like, then the head starts getting full of bad thoughts, and it's like, it's downhill from there, really. So I decided to be wise and get up and do something. I can always do stitching, if nothing else. Also, I realized that I didn't show yet today's Uno challenge stitching. So let's look at that. So what was today's called? Well, it was Uno. so had to add 100 stitches on all 4 whips. So let's have a look where they are now, that is. So the first one, Mr. Possum. Still working on the leaf, and it's like 100 stitches never makes it go that far. A couple of greens that there's a fair bit of, so I just did a little bit of each one. It's nice that it's little by little getting done. I think maybe one of these days, like if the mood takes me. Sorry, I had to check that this light colored that. Have I not stitched that bit? But yes, I have. It's just yellow. So I'm wondering if one of these days, if I get a bit fed up, I might grab this and just stitch those so that I could start working on the bottom half of the possum, because that will be great. So that was the first one. Then the second one was, of course, the new entry, Plant a Garden. So I was working on all 3 purples that are there in the leaves. I don't think it has. Yeah, I had 3 purples out, so I worked some on all of them. I guess at the end I decided to just work on this area, since like I have a paper pattern for this one, and the page is pretty much like that. It's like a smaller page of the pattern. I thought Might as well just work on that one. Then I don't have to try and think too much. And I decided to not work on the blue at the moment. Just do all these other bits that are there, because then I can add the blue without having to count it too much. Very keen to finish this flower, I must say, but I decided to avoid the, what is it? What is it called? When you start getting tired of making decisions. Decision fatigue? There we go. I decided to avoid that, and that's why I worked on the purples, because they were the 3 smallest bobbin numbers or thread numbers that I had there. Just thought I'll just go in that order, because it didn't really matter which colors I pick. It was easy enough to count anyway. So, but there's some progress. That's awesome. That really is awesome. Then it was back to sweeping planes. Sweeping planes is still a bit of a hit and miss, whether I enjoy it or not. It's just a lot of colors that are not my favorite ones, a bit ugly browns. But when I don't have to work on those, or if I actually make some solid progress, well, that's great. That is great. So look at that. All of a sudden, I almost have two of the fence posts done. It just, oh my gosh, it looks so great. Makes me just so happy to see that. That makes it worth working on this one. But yeah, so keen to get these stitches done and whatever is here, so I can backstitch. Even better if I get to backstitch this sunflower. Actually, I could already backstitch the sunflower because it is fully. Yep. It's fully stitched, and all around it is fully done as well. That's awesome. So I can do that if I really struggle to work on this or just need a treat. Yeah, looks great though. Then the last one. This one definitely took the longest. My goodness, look at that. Because I wanted to finish the eye. And the eye had like several colors. And it was like one stitch of it here. And that was it. But mostly I could then stitch somewhere here, then use up the thread. And I didn't use very long bits of the long strand, so it was easy enough. And this one is almost quarter done now, which is very exciting as well. It does look really, really good. I think this bit is now fully done. And of course this bit here, so just need to start working here and going down. I think it has really helped having this one for the challenge, because of the numerous color changes, that having to only do like 100 stitches has really helped, or 200, and it's not a daily thing either. That has made me really enjoy it. It looks so good. It looks so good. So there you go. Thought I'd share those with you. I reckon I'll make myself a cup of tea now and then try to think about what to stitch. I don't know yet. I mean, Garden Dough is certainly waiting for some more loving. I mean, I pretty much just haven't worked on it because I've had all these other ones to work on. I mean, that's it. So I might give it a bit of loving. Maybe. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Really cheered me up. Thank you so much. I'm back again to chat. It's in the middle of the night now. No. It's 6 o'clock. Same day though, Tuesday, 10th of June. So, I was wanting to talk. I'm sure it won't be that interesting, but it's stitchy. I can talk whatever I want to talk about. Yes, I'm still under the same because it's cold. I was just looking, yes, at the whip list. I really need to rewrite this stuff. But it's nice to have a list where I have something of, but unfortunately I ran out of space at the bottom, so anyway. So you remember, oh wait, where is the actual list? I had an actual list. Yes, I did, here it is. Wait, this one needs a, that one marked off. You remember my focus list for this year, pre-2022 projects. I mean, how many times have you heard the pre-2022 in my Flosstube videos this year? So that was the starting list. Should have marked there actually. If I thought about it, I should have marked the where the percentages are at the moment. But I am going to open it here because I just feel like chatting. Anyway, I was looking at this list because whenever I finish something, it gets marked off. You know, I was looking at this. Where's the last one? Everything above the turquoise line is they are the focus whips for this year, the pre-2022. I don't know what order I've started them. If you're new here, I don't know what order I've started these ones. I didn't start marking my starts until here. So, I was hoping at the start of the year that I would, you know, finish a few of these. Yeah, it's not going well. It really isn't going that well. I have finished one, which was the Summer Dream, the Black Cat Sleeping. And it's kind of miraculous that I finished that because it was such a hard one to finish. But oh boy, I'm so glad it's done. And then I have eliminated or UFO'd one because the fabric was just wrong. So I didn't want to continue. It did have only very tiny start anyway. So I was just looking at this list and I'm like, why is this going so badly? But it truly is just for the reason that, I mean, why these are still whips is that they just have been very difficult for me to work on. Whatever the reason is for each one, they've just been very difficult. And even though they are like focused pieces, and there's quite a few of the that I have worked a fair bit on, they have been just so far from being finished that it just takes a long time. And then I also want to work on some other things because you don't always want to keep working on these because they're difficult. So I only have so much patience for the difficult ones at a time, and then it needs to go away, and then it can come back. I do feel really good about the fact that a few of them really have gotten great progress. I mean, one is certainly Garden Door. Would you like to see how it's looking at the moment? 'Cause I've been working on it last night and today. So it's like I keep working on what feels like background for all the things that come to the front. You know, I really wanted to pick like the color that has the most left, which is the greenery here. But I looked at it like on the screen and I thought, whoa, that is way overwhelming. It's again one of those where they're everywhere. I should just get into it. And because they all need to be stitched, but I think I'm kind of hoping that I'll do all the other colors and then I don't have to count them because whatever is left I just do with the green. I don't know. I don't know which way it'll end up being, but that is how it's looking at the moment. I've been doing a lot of this purple in a few different places here and here, and last I started working on white, so there's quite a few white areas, so I figured why not, just to get the numbers up. I'd love to get another 1,000 done because this month I've let me have a look. So this month I have done 1,609 stitches, so that's pretty good. I mean, the 1,000 was half stitches, so 2,000 half stitches, and then I've done 609 on top of that, which is actually great because there was like a week when I didn't work on it, so I only worked on it a few days this week. I mean, it's only the 10th. Now, so actually, that's excellent. I was just talking with my friend Melissa today about this and told her how many stitches I still have left, which is, yes, I need to look, 4,609, which is not bad. And she said that for her it would be like a month and a half. And I figured that, like, if this was the only whip I was working on, could maybe do 400 a day because it does feel a little bit full on. I mean, I was doing the half stitches quite fast, but I think these cross stitches, yeah, that's slower. So 400 a day. So I mean, you know, I could get it done this month, but yeah, it just doesn't quite go like that because I do like working on other things. Really hard for me to just concentrate on one thing. I think when it gets closer to the finish, when there's like 1,000 stitches left, I think that's when the turbo needle comes out and I'll really get into it. Anyway, that one at the start of the year was at 20.56% and it is now at 80%. That is pretty exciting. Very, very nice. Another one that I've certainly worked on is Possum. Oh yeah, Possum got called a day. So we've got another 100 stitches. Here it is. So yeah, there's some more greenery on the leaf. Couldn't be bothered doing any more than the 100. That was good enough today. So Possum at the start of the year was 19.66%, and now it is just under 56%. That's pretty great too. But on the other hand, it's like, oh my gosh, there's still so much left. What is the third one? Like third of the top there, of the ones I have on Saga, because I mean that's the only one. They're the only ones I can look at the percentage. Parisian Bicycle at the start of the year was 34.83%, and now it's at 47.8%. Of course, next month I'll work on that for Tour de France. And the stitches from that, if I manage to get through it, will cover half of what's left. Dreaming Girl, haven't worked on that at all. Dawn, the one on the red fabric, 18 count, has gone from 30% to 45.8. That one it really doesn't have a huge amount of stitches left, but because it's 18 count fabric, I really do struggle. It would be good if I could add like 50 stitches or 100 stitches to it regularly and just slowly get it done, but I don't know. Well, sweeping planes, you've been seeing that a lot on this video. Start of the year that was at 15%, and now it's at 36.5%. It also has a lot still to do, because I wrote down how many it still has, and it is a lot. It's like just under 14,000 stitches. Oh my god, wow, that is a lot. And after I finish Possum, sweeping planes is then number 2 on my list. Oh, I feel so tiring. Like after I finish Possum, then I need to try and finish sweeping planes. But they're all difficult. Doesn't really matter what order it is. Just have to figure out then how to stitch in. Okay, has there been any significant progress on other ones? Summer Spray, which is the 3, like, I thought they were peonies. Somebody said they're ranunculus. Either way, that started at 23%. It's now 34.4. Has the Moomin. What has happened to the Moomin? Walk Under the Stars. That's only like a couple of percent. What about Woolly Jumpers, which is the John Clayton one with the sheep and 2 lambs. That I started at 9.3%. It's now 25.9. So that's great, but I'm very frustrated with that one because I struggle with that one. Don't I struggle with bloody everything? Tree of Magic. At the start of the year, that was at 0.89%. Seriously. This is a pre-2022 whip. And now it's at 24.4%. Like, that is pretty significant progress. But I don't voluntarily touch it. It has to be called for something. Gosh. Santa on Holiday started at 8.36% and it's now 21. Okay, some of these really have gotten some nice. I think because I did those like going from 5% to 10 to 15. Secret Cookie Business started just under 5% and it's now 15.1. I'm still shocked at actually how much there is the stitch on that one. But I really would like to just really get into it. Knitting Moomin went from 8% to 15%. I think the pairs, I barely worked on it. Yeah, from 11.6 to 15. Then it's been like struggle, so. Oh boy. Like the Summer Dream cat, the other cat, the sleeping one, the white one. I should try and just keep stitching that one. Because if I have a TV show that I like to watch, I could just keep working on that because I don't have to count the white stitches. So maybe I could get it done like that, just like the Among Black Cats that I just finished. That could be one to get out of the way. Plant a Garden is now in the Uno challenge, so at least that's getting some progress, so that's great. At the Beach, well, we know that got some good progress. Yeah, that's fantastic. And that will of course be worked on in September, so I'll get another good boost then. Carolyn Manning flowers. Oh, I think I'm just not quite ready. I wonder if I need to just try next year to work on that. Okay, it does still get a WIPCO call, so I will work on that for 2 weeks, 30 minutes a day. We'll see where it gets to. But maybe from start of next year, I really should try and make an effort to do 1 flower a day. I think so. I don't know what's gonna happen with these ones. I really don't. Like, what will I get finished? Or will I get something finished? At the beach, no, not at the beach. The garden door, garden door is like the main thing I really badly want to finish. I really, really, really want to finish that. The possum has 8,676. I really would like to finish that too. But garden door is currently my main one for the finish. Even though possum is like the top of on my WIP list, so that is like actually should be like the main focus. But I just really want garden door finished. I would be so disappointed if I didn't get that finished this year. I think maybe because next year I want to work on another dimensions kit. Like hopefully just every year finish one of them. Because they are just so difficult to finish. I really do want to keep that happening. Okay. Let me have a look at the list. I feel like I can finish Dreaming Girl, but it needs the whip go call so that I can really get into it, get the 1,000 stitches done, and that'll give me then the momentum to get it finished. So I'd like to finish Dreaming Girl, Garden Door, Parisian Bicycle. That will be 2 dimensions finished this year. I don't think I can do At the Beach. That would be like a wild card. Let's try for Floral Lamb. That's the one with specialty stitches, because that also hasn't gone with Go Call yet. And I'll work on that as well for 2 weeks, 30 minutes a day. I think that might give me enough time to finish it, or at least get really close. Okay, so that's 4. I want to finish Summer Dream, so the white cat, so that's 5. Summer Spray, I don't know. I would just have to really get into it. Fresh X Farm, no. Scandiferous, no. Tree of Magic, no. Honey Bears hasn't been called yet. But I'm thinking no. Sweeping Plains, no. Possum, maybe. Okay, so 5 for sure I want to finish this year. Then the rest will be bonuses. Let's concentrate on that. I'm going to mark them down. I mean, it's not like I'll forget, but I'm going to mark them down. And can have a look then next time. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for the chat again. I'll see you later. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't film yesterday. I made it to another 1,000. Yes. Another 1,000 stitches added to this. Because when I did the last clip, I had done like 1,600, I think, something. So I cracked the whip and beat myself to stitching it to full 1,000. So, and I've stitched more since. Yes. And all of a sudden I remembered, oh, I better film because I'm already stitching some more. So what actually happened is that I decided to have a look sort of how many stitches I have left. When could I finish it by? I first counted, okay, maybe by the end of July. And for that I would have to do 90 stitches a day, which is easy. I mean, 90 is easy. Then I thought, okay, maybe I should check, what if I want to finish it this month? Which feels like a crazy idea. but the daily stitches would be 225. That is doable, isn't it? I think that is well doable. So I am going to try that. So yesterday was the first day I did that. And I ended up also stitching like 100 stitches extra, I reckon, something like that. Because, I mean, it always has to get a little bit ahead if possible, but I'm not going to stress about it. 2 to 5 a day is perfectly fine. Because, I mean, wouldn't it be amazing to have this finished by the end of the month? Then I can get to Tour de France, like, with this. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Anyway. So, this morning, it's Thursday the 12th. And, I am almost finished, I think, doing the stitches for today. How many have I done? 197.5. I guess I did a bit of back stitching, so there's the half stitch somewhere there. Yeah, so another 30 stitches or so, and I'm done for the day. It's looking really good. At the moment, I am going through, like, because I got the threads on the thread sorter. So what I did was starting with number 1, and I'm now at 5. So I've been just going through the colors like that. But this green, I still have 351 stitches with the green. So I'm not sure yet how I'll go with that. But I don't know. I may just keep it out and just keep stitching it, because why not though? So I've already done it in this area and these greens here. I've also done them already here. So now I need to go further up. And in this area, they're like, the green is like everywhere. That's where the 351 stitches are. So I'm dreading that a little bit. But why not? Why not do it though? It has to be done anyway. Well, I'm gonna get back to it. Just wanted to show it before I get any further with this stitching, so that you can see how it's looking now. It's like it still looks so unfinished. I almost can't even imagine how it will look when it's actually done. I so wish that, like, I want this area like done. That would be great. But little by little, they'll all get filled up. I'll keep on going. I have some nice stitching plans for today anyway. So, might see you later. Yes, somebody is out in the wild. And near the McDonald's again. Just not in the front, like in the car park this time. I'm a little bit off there, so. Nice sunny day for a change. It's been so cold. It was like 6 degrees this morning. Celsius, that is. But here I am with the chicken. Quite a nice progress made. And last night I stitched, let's see, wait. A bit hard to show at the moment. I stitched this dark grey. And then it was time to start thinking of what will I stitch these areas with, because they were calling for the week's dye works. And first I was going to go for a blend to try and make it look a bit like the one that was asked for. But I then looked at the color mock-up of this pattern, and then picked the color a bit more according to that. So I think it's looking just fine. So I just need to fill up now all this area, and then there's some going here, and then I need to think about the last color that is still left. because I picked something that I thought could be used, but I have changed my mind, so I'll have to pick another one. But I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to go with. I think it's going to be like a lighter grey. So I'll have a grey chicken. Are there grey chickens out there? I do not know. But it's looking very nice. And my goodness, I so would love to finish this so that Mr. Arstitch Birds gets to pick another project from my Etsy box, because it is so exciting. I just find these random picks just super exciting. Alright, well, I'll get back to stitching because he's not going to be gone for long, so then we are off to Costco. Yes, for another chicken. Because one needs chicken. So today's Uno call was, it was reverse. So I went from whip 4 to whip 3, which is sweeping planes again, still no call for 2. And it was 200 stitches, but look at that difference now. I treated myself to some back stitching, so did a fair bit on this one. God, so nice to have a bit of that. It's probably like barbed wire or something there, even though I can't see any of the barbs, but still. And then came down this side and did a little bit there and a tiny bit of the sunflower, since I had to do a few more stitches to get the full 200. I think it's looking really, really good. I was feeling a bit bummed about having to do 200 stitches on this one, but it really, like, every time seeing the progress, it's just so great, makes me happy. Next time, I want to finish that bit there. Oh, excuse me. And these 2 bits here. And then go to finishing the rest of this fence post. Already excited to see what gets called tomorrow. Oh boy, look at those rosy cheeks. It's funny, I put the camera, like turned the camera this way. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened to my face? It's just so rosy. Because I've been stitching away here, and of course under my quilt as usual, you know, trying to keep warm, and it's actually not too bad here inside at the moment. So I've got to tell you just what just happened. So I'm stitching away here. Oh. And I decided to watch Brenda's Handwork Maniac. Brenda. Decided to watch her latest video because she had the Mania report. Stitch Mania. And of course, Stitchy Police needed to be at work to check that she did her Stitch Mania stitching properly. Yeah. So I was totally into it. And all of a sudden she calls my name. Make me jump and then get me all giggly. Oh, because she had stitched a chicken. And the funny thing is, I was stitching a chicken here while watching her. So that was funny. And guess what? I haven't finished. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Here it is. Penny Zinnias is finished. Even though some last minute problems. The damn color picking. Oh my god, it's just pain in the backside, the color picking. I can't do it. But I'm actually happy with how it looks. I think that, right, okay, so here it is anyway. So I know I've already mentioned it before. So there was going to be Weeks Dye Works Onyx. I didn't have that. It's a blend, like dark and whatever. I decided to just go with the with the bit darker grey. I don't think it quite ended up being dark enough. Ended up being sort of fairly similar as the other one that I had already used to make sort of bit stripy looking thing. It doesn't matter. I think it still looks fine. Then this one was going to be, let me see, Weeks Dye Works Pelican Grey, which in the picture doesn't look grey at all. It's more like brown and something, like a light, very light brown, like that sort of maybe brown something. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was really struggling, but I picked this grey. Went with that. I think with the head, maybe it's a little bit, because it's like slightly greenish grey maybe, so doesn't fully stand out of the fabric, but I'm still happy with it. I'm going with it. I did try a blend actually with this one. I tried like one strand of that grey, one strand of this lightest one of the browns, but it just didn't look quite right, so took it out and just finished it with just a grey. Oh my gosh, I have a finish. But that means that Mr. Eye Stitch Birds gets to pick another project from my Etsy box. I mean, of course, it's always a random pick. It's not like he just goes through them and doesn't even know what they are. I mean, there's just a name in the thing, but... Wait. Ah, come on. How much tape did I put in this? Whoops. But this gets to come off now and we'll go to the bin. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that another one of the Etsy purchases has actually been stitched. It's a very cute pattern though. Just some of the colors were driving me a bit crazy. And I think also because the color mock-up was then looking quite different from some of the colors that it was asking for, so I did find it very confusing. But you know it, I complain about these things every time. And it's not so serious. I only feel serious at a time when I'm needing to pick some colors because I really suck at it. I think I would do better if I picked all the colors like right at the start. But that's difficult too because it's hard to see right at the start like how it's going to be and how they're going to look. But it is done now. So I'll be back announcing what will be next. And as I always say, this is not going to make my whip mountain any smaller since there's going to be a new start very soon. And this weekend, it's the start for the bird stitchel start along. I still haven't picked it Thursday and we're starting on Sunday. Oh my gosh, I need to do that as well. But I can do it. Wow, I finished. Yes, that's awesome. So, are you ready for the announcement? Because the next Etsy project has been picked. Can you believe it's another chicken? I think someone's bought a few too many chicken patterns. So this is the paper that came out. Paul found it very funny, the party chicken. So I didn't buy that long ago. So 16th of October 2023. Party chicken. So it is a pattern by Mama Witch Cross Stitch. Mama Witch Cross Stitch. Oh my gosh. It's this one. Oh, isn't it just fantastic? Oh my god, that's gonna be awesome. I don't have a lot going on black, I think, at the moment. Just need to make sure that I actually have some black fabric. Didn't I order some black fabric? I don't know, like within the last 6 months or something? Can't even remember what I ordered it for, but I hope I have some for this one. Oh, the colors are magnificent. I love, my favorite are these little ones here. Oh, even the egg has eyes. Oh, it is just wonderful. I think I even have a saga file for this one. So it'll make stitching even easier. It will be a lot of fun. It's such a fun pattern. I am really happy about this one. What a great pick. My goodness. Whip 2 finally got called. So I added my 100 stitches to it and that's it. I feel like I can nicely handle adding 100 to this one. Or 200 if needed, like without it being too stressful and not a daily occurrence. So I am actually enjoying making some progress. I added the remaining purple that was missing from these bits. It was the lightest color. Then I worked on 2 different greens. I had already stitched some, but added then the other bits went all the way here and then did a bit of this red here as well as and around there. That was pretty much it, and all of a sudden 100 stitches were done. Next time I'll continue working on the green that I was working on now, and I do want to fill those bits on the flower because then I can do back stitching, I think, even though I think I need to stitch some blue under here before I can do that back stitching, but the other parts, yeah. So that's great. Yeah, really, really good to make some progress on this one. Now I think I need to take some time to find some fabrics for the new starts. Wow, all of a sudden I can start 2 new ones. That's a bit exciting. I just hope I'll find some nice fabrics. But we'll see. We'll see as usual. I will certainly be back to share with you what the findings were and if my new start will be a different one. Let's see. Well, here was a little bit of unexpected stitching because I thought that yesterday's call was whip 2. So I put 100 stitches on the, you just saw whatever I put it, the planter card. So today I then go and looked at, maybe today's call, maybe they're doing it early or something. And I realized that actually the call was for, what was it? It was for pick 2. So the idea was to pick 2 different whips and put 100 stitches on each one. Whoops. Well, the good thing is that since the call is always done 2 p.m. Melbourne time, so I still had a few hours to do my other 100 stitches. So I just grabbed the possum and did 100 stitches on that. So started working on the flower here and moved on to the other leaf as well. Just a little bit to finish that one. So that was good. But I just sat down then to do today's 100 stitches, which is whip 1, i.e. this possum. So I am getting back into stitching it. Just wondering whether to continue. I think I'm really wanting to get my 100 stitches done quickly. So in that way, like I would just go for the leaf because there's a little bit bigger areas to get done. But I must say I'm really wanting to finish the flower though. No, I'm gonna go and finish this leaf and then think about my options. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna work on garden door. And I'll see you again after I've done both of these. And we'll have a look. Look at what's been going on. Righto. Wow, that was a lot of videos for you to watch. So I got a few more because I went and had a look at VK, the Russian Facebook, and saw a few things I wanted to show you and a thing with my bobbin. So let's just have a quick look at those and then we'll talk again. Alright, I'm having a little look in VK again. And look at this first thing that popped up in the feed. I mean, that's a nice looking pattern. It's not really one that I would stitch though, because I don't know. I don't know. I still don't do a lot of buildings. But I really like the color palette in this. And I love the bright light in the windows. Of course, I like the water. I like the moon and the birds in front of the moon that always make it look like the moon has eyes and mouth kind of thing. That is really nice. Wow. Wow, I really like that one. Okay, and you remember I showed you this post last time that she was creating this pattern by actually stitching it at the same time just to make sure that the colors are nice. And I was kind of wondering what this bottom half would be like. And it is now finished. Have a look at that. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Like, this bottom part ended up being even nicer than I expected. I love that path and those flowers. That is so beautiful. This will absolutely go on my shopping list. Wow, that is really, really great. I like it a lot. Okay, I'm sure you remember this pen from last time because I, of course, got this one because how can I not? Anyway, to my surprise, there's another one in the series that she has started creating now. Yes, oh, that is fantastic. I wonder if there's going to be even more than these two. But yeah, of course, I will have to get this as soon as it's out. I don't know when I'm going to stitch it. I mean, when I'm going to stitch all of my things, but oh, that just makes me so happy. Oh, I'm here in VK again, and look at that from Amelie Stitch. Another beautiful pattern. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. My favorite flowers, one of my favorite flowers. I like it as she puts them on different backgrounds, so you can have a look. Oh, that's a bit weird. I'm not sure how much I like that. That is better. Nice, very nice. Very pretty pen. Ooh. So also, if you're interested, notice that you remember this pattern here with the awesome water. This is now on my bobbin, so the designer Nana Cross Stitch. And because it's also by her, you remember this one that I got, the herbs? Yeah, so that's on my bobbin as well. And I noticed there's another one that I bought quite a while ago, actually. This one. Come on. Of course I have this pattern, because it's chicken and snow. I bought this one ages ago, and not very expensive pattern at the moment either. By the way, if you happen to be going immediately, happen to be watching my video immediately, because I'm filming this Saturday night on the 14th. Oven, because if you remember, Oven means Aries in English. Their kits are 20% off on my bobbin at this moment. And lovely Miss Charlie Feathers is stitching this kit in particular, but I don't know why they put this picture here, because they don't actually have it for sale at the moment among the kits, so that's a bit strange. But anyway, If you're interested, go check it out. There's a, like you click it and it opens up with a code, doesn't it? Yeah, Aries 20 is the code, so 20% off. And of course 15% off all the cross stitch patterns right now until June 16th. Oh my gosh, I think that's it. That's finally all the videos shown this time. And time for the parting words before I let you go and do something else instead, or just continue stitching. And I don't know. Oh, one thing I remembered, the black fabric. I didn't actually check my whip list, but I remembered that I did do a start on black fabric sort of towards the end of the 50 before 50 challenge. It was the Samantha Purdy pattern of Night Garden. And as soon as I thought of that, I thought, oh, I would love to work on that one. So who knows, that might come out soon. But also, look at this. That's right. That is 3 fabrics ready for 3 new starts. Whoa! Yep, definitely Wood Mountain is not going down. So, of course, the black one is for the party chicken. The blue fabric. Do you guys remember what's happening tomorrow? Yes, it's the startathon from this book tomorrow. So the blue fabric is for my pattern there. Of course, I'm not going to show what I'm going to stitch. You probably guess. If you have the book, you can find what's a blue fabric. You'll know. Because it's on blue in that book as well. So, but we'll talk about that one in the next Flosstube, of course. That'll be the starting scene of Flosstube, whatever it'll be. So, and the third fabric there, the Rustico, that will be for Smalls Exchange in when is our retreat. Oh my gosh. Is it in November? Is it early November? Sorry, Jackie, I can't remember. But doesn't really matter. You know, it's fully booked anyway, so there's no entries at the moment, I think. So the good thing is I finished 3 projects this month. Well, you saw 2, and then I finished the Smalls Exchange one for August. And don't worry, I have filmed it so that I can show it then in August after the retreat. So 3 finishes that I worked so hard on to try and get the Whip Mountain down, and now I got 3 new starts. But it's gonna happen. I am gonna get the numbers down. It's always like waves, you know. It really is. Like now it's been like not much happening. Then this month all of a sudden a few finishes, but then the new starts. And yeah, I'm hoping to, but I'm really hoping to get the garden door done. So that'll be a finish, a big one. I'm so excited. Okay, I was talking about the possum. Sorry. I'm jumping all over the place. But the possum before coming here, because I needed to add the today's Uno challenge 100 stitches. So here is Mr. Possum. I didn't quite finish the leaf because I started stitching this direction to finish whatever color I had on the needle. But it is looking good. I must say that if an opportunity comes, I might pick this one up and just work on this flower, because that's a lot of color changes. So I might just, while watching something else, just get that done, so that when I do the 100 stitches, they'll get like done a bit smoother and whatnot. So my goodness, I'm so keen to finish that bit though, so I can move to the bottom, even though, as we know, it'll be again full of emptiness. Full of emptiness, guys. That sounds so sad. It'll be a very empty area, so it might take a while before I sort of really get into it, but it is what it is. So there we go. And so garden door, another 1,000 stitches done. Wow. And here it is now. And it is like, oh, I just looked at the percentage. It is 86.1% done. And still it looks so empty and like nothing. Oh my gosh, it is so frustrating. But I think the next 1,000 stitches will really add to it. I want to finish this area here. This is almost completely this light purple, so I'm just going to stitch that. Then this area is red finished. I might then finish this one, so I have the flower pot there, and that is ready. Then probably move there and leave this nightmare greenery last. And I did some back stitching here. I did a little bit here, and I back stitched the window, so it looks a little bit more defined. So that is very nice. Very happy with that. Okay. Is there anything else I need to show before I go? I think I have shown a lot of stitching. I think I've talked about a zillion things. Been doing a lot of chatting this time. And yeah, let's just finish it here. You ready to go? I know you're ready to go. So I will see you at the end of the month, and hopefully with finished garden door. My God, that would be so amazing. So happy stitching. Hi Andromeda if you're watching. Hi Kyle if you're watching as well. I'll see you all later.